Wrong button like 5 times, chat. Ivory Prudence. Are you ready? It's 6 minutes and 21 seconds long. He's sweeping?
Being awake during the darkest hours of the night, pointing my weapon at me. My lady, you're not planning to strike while the Count is asleep, are you? My staff is in the way? How so? What do you intend to do with my coffin this time? You just picked those blue roses? Or did you find another bauble somewhere? This is where I sleep. It's not your treasure chest.
We could snuggle in there. I'm down.
The gemstone chain looks familiar. Did you find it in my collection? Do you like it? You want to see me wear it? Why? You believe it suits me? Go ahead. One linkage on my wrist isn't enough for you. You want to ensure I'm truly bound.
Yes. You belong to me, Pookie. All mine.
Moving the chain down to... Are you trying to decorate me, or are you using this as an opportunity to restrain me? We're bound together by the linkage. You can't escape either.
Well, you know what?
Why did I pull you down? I was afraid you'd make it so I couldn't move. I wouldn't want you to break our connection and leave. I need to bind us together. You won't let me go before you enter the sacred core. You said that, not me. You're not allowed to let me go. Before you woke me up, I had a dream. I didn't dream for a long time prior to your summons. What was in it? In that dream, you used a blade to stab me in the
No!
chest. And then I opened my eyes and saw you pointing my staff at me. Why are you a cruel mistress in my dreams? Oh, are you being benevolent? Wasn't I summoned to do your bidding? There will be a time when you give me back my freedom, and you would never kill me. You're being honest. What if I didn't care too much about my freedom? I've slept in this castle for many years.
Being in a castle with Sylus sounds wonderful.
It's been so long that the wealth and trophies here have lost all meaning. In this fragmented space-time where day and night are indistinguishable. Freedom. Perhaps it doesn't compare to a few blue roses that were picked for me. It's nothing compared to you adorning me with a gemstone chain you found on a whim. And it's incomparable to the warmth I'm holding at this very moment. So, do you still want to give me back my freedom? If you continue to insist, it won't just be this long chain that's intertwined with you. I've always wanted to sever the connection between us. Yes. Maybe tonight is an exception. Don't move. I'm tired. If you don't want me to have that dream again,
Oh.
then let me embrace you tightly.
He's so sleepy in this one.
I don't want freedom tonight. All I want is you.
Oh. I like that one. I like how sleepy he sounded. The most fanatical blindness is born from the darkest depths of ignorance. An era in death's shadow engorges itself in magical fantasies. Mages represent the mortal world's hope and faith. Fiends rendered in the verse whisper their way through the Astrocat's banquets. Masses worship magic's radiance, and mages yearn for the sacred core's mercy. In a world of imminent decay, entering the sacred core is the only method one can use to rewrite fate. This is the only path. Doomsday Realization, Chapter 1. I'm doing fantastic. Sylus is kind of home. We got one card. We have to get the other one to get his companion, though.
This book can summon. A mere mage shouldn't use it.
I point my staff at the book's parchment as it peeks out from beneath his brown robe. It's an ancient silver marking revealing an authentic origin. I'm not after that. What I want is Sylus.
Are you aware what happens to those who dare to summon the Archfiend Sovereign?
Yeah, I mean, I get what I want. At the end of the day, I get my Pookie, and I'm happy. I don't care. No matter the cost, I must have him. The gem at the tip of my staff emits a faint red glow, and the book rises into the air. Excruciating pain, akin to flesh being torn apart, devours every part of my being. My curse is revealing itself once more. Why must it happen now? The fire mage notices the falter in my step. A magical glyph appears on his palm, and a creature made from soul fire leaps forth.
Fiendish flames! Curse mine enemies! Burn their spirit and bones!
The creature spews out black flames, and thick serpentine smoke slithers towards me. I summon a defensive glyph under my feet. However, the pain slows me, and the burning claws tear into my shoulder.
Incinerate their body and obliterate their essence!
He conceals himself under a thick smoke and attacks with his familiar. The blackened flames engulf me.
Who are you?
Red crystals rise from the glyph and pierce the creature. They also impale the fire mage's limbs.
Ugh.
Uh-oh. I emerge from the black flames, the blood from my shoulder dripping onto the scorched hem of my clothes.
A body that cannot die. A monster such as yourself wishes to summon a fiend to enter the sacred core.
I stay silent. Merely pointing my staff at the book he holds, the bloodstained tome flies into my hand.
You're already immortal. Why would you rewrite your fate?
When the intense pain first struck, the agony and suffocation made me believe I would die. But I quickly discovered that I was immortal. Immortality only means being repeatedly tortured while on death's doorstep. But none of it will truly kill me. I want to save myself. Thus, for hundreds of years, I ceaselessly searched for something to end my torment. I submitted to being studied, willingly became a test subject, and traveled from one dynasty to the next. Nobles, political leaders, religious figures, and arcane houses who once viewed my immortality as a miracle branded me as a heretic, an evil spirit, when they failed to unlock the secret of my condition. People yearn for immortality, and yet those fools fear it. I never trusted humans ever again. I could only rely on myself. I hid my identity and wandered the world as I studied the most ancient and profound magic. All my efforts were directed to finding the source of my suffering. Time could overthrow dynasties and erase the memories of generations, yet it couldn't change my pain. Then, the woman who taught me forbidden magic told me my torment stemmed from an ancient curse. Furthermore, no magic in this world was capable of removing it. Only by entering the sacred core and beginning anew could the curse be lifted. That was my only path. The writing is so good! Oh! I'm loving this. Sorry. I exit the tower. The blood-red twilight illuminating from the worn text on the parchment, the Fallen's Pact. Akin to the shadow that's always present, the searing pain tears through my body. This curse is beyond my memories, and yet, at this very moment, I sense a strange lightness. I've lost count on how long it's been and how many mages I confronted for this tome. I do, artist. For an immortal, time and memory are destined to fade. Sylus. I turn the tattered pages with blood-stained fingertips, and dark ink rises. That name seems to awaken from its slumber. Come home to me, Pookie. His name is ancient, no different from night itself. Yet it's neither a divine whisper nor a simple inscription on a stone. Depraved, he descended into 7 shadows. In that realm, light has never bowed its head. A lonely city stands at his coffin, and only the purest of blood serves as his substance. To summon the underworld's fiend, the ritual glyph must use blood as its chain. Draw the spiral and connect the shadows. Those who bind him will inevitably be bound themselves. I'm sorry, chat. I can't read, but the writing's phenomenal. I just can't. This background was in the dragon myth. The underworld is where fiends exist, and it's a place humans cannot enter. However, powerful mages can summon fiends to serve them. And Sylus, a name whispered amongst mages for centuries, is the underworld's uncrowned sovereign. The pain inside my body temporarily subsides. Before the searing agony tears through me again, I must summon Sylus. I can only enter the sacred core with his immense power. I find an abandoned sanctum. Following the book's instructions, I use my energy to draw the summoning glyph. The wind rises as gathering clouds slowly devour the full moon's light. Sylus. Give me my mans. Come home to me. Sylus, come home. Sylus. Oh, he's so beautiful.
You used your blood as bait. I hope you're prepared to become my feast.
I am. Here you go. Let me be your feast, Pookie.
However, answering these summons, it's a first for me. You're the one who awakened me.
Yeah. Oh! The smooch. The smooch. Ah. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. I did. We got one card. We haven't gotten both of them yet, but we can at least read the myth.
Shall I give you a chance to resist?
He's mine.
An amateur's trick.
Ooh.
This is how you should do it.
Oh my god. I almost missed that.
An immortal. You have some worth.
They're so badass. I love them so much. Oh my god.
But this ends now.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You're mine now, Pookie. You're all mine. Oh, he's so angry. And so hot. Ooh. The linkage is still there too.
Your blood. It tastes better than I expected. All right, you can command me until your blood and power fulfill my desire.
Okay. Chat, I'm so happy right now. Oh, that cutscene was everything. Wow. Wow. Okay, sorry. Clouds disperse, and the blood-red moon returns to a soft yellow. His shadow looms over me.
Speak. What do you want me to do for you?
A lot, sir, actually.
Shall I capture 10,000 magical beasts and extract their energy? Or perhaps you need my aid to overthrow a kingdom?
Before I can open my mouth, a subtle, strange ripple materializes in the air. They were quick to find me.
This place is so desolate that even ghosts would avoid it. But it seems you have visitors. Are you famous?
Why are you talking about ghost? Aren't you one yourself?
it's not even amusing in the slightest.
Several shadows materialize in the air before surrounding me and Sylus. Wearing a robe, the man acting as their leader points at me.
You're the one who killed the fire mage?
I turn to Sylus. Killed him, Sylus.
Are you insane?
Sneering, he taps his staff on the ground.
You put on a spectacle to summon me. Also, you could order me to crush some insects. How ridiculous.
You said I could command you.
Yes, I did. Please allow me to finish that sentence. You can command me. Though, whether or not I obey depends on my mood.
Pookie, can you please obey for just once? We're kind of in danger right now. I need you to obey. These men want me dead. Can you just do it? Can you just get rid of them, please? He leans against the stone pillar and idly twirls his staff to amuse himself.
I expected Sylus to be more impressive. I guess the Fallen's Pact is nothing more than a nonsensical legend.
What do you mean he is impressive? Look at this man. Yeah. Flames are up from the attacker's sleeve and transform into a dozen serpentine whips that lash out. Sylus, you're making me look like a poorly executed joke.
The summoner determines one's reputation. You are nothing but a nameless mage.
Do you really have to roast me right now? You don't know the saying, then? What a person uses reveals their taste, ability, and status. The linkage materializes around my wrist as I pull Sylus's arm. Forced to shield me, he stands between me and the attack. Before the whips reach us, a black-red mist stops them. In the blink of an eye, they turn and strike the figures surrounding us. I dismiss the linkage and dust off my sleeve in Sylus's direction. It doesn't matter if I'm a renowned mage or not. You're not... Let me reread that. It doesn't matter if I'm a renowned mage or not. You're Sylus. Since I'm your summoner, you should be the one to validate my reputation.
Your logic is sound. Clever, even.
The stars have shifted, and the most powerful mages across Sylus have gathered in Velmir. They're waiting for the sacred core to manifest. Accompanied by a fiend, you shall be a target everyone will fight against. And you still hope to enter the sacred core to rewrite fate? Your dreams are...
Oh, the snap. Sylus snaps his fingers. The silence is interrupted. He clutches his throat in silent agony as if struggling against an invisible hand. But Sylus's gaze remains fixed on me.
You summoned me to enter the sacred core.
Don't tell me you actually believe mages would summon you to overthrow kingdoms.
You're no different from those other mages, rewriting fate. How boring.
If you help me enter the sacred core, you'll be able to break the linkage between us sooner. I perform an insincere curtsy. Welcome to Sylus, Archfiend Sovereign. It's the epitome of boring. Ah! I already love it. Chapter 2. We're still some distance away from Velmir. I'm impatient, but this fiend is unhurried.
I'm tired. I need to rest.
I look at the red and gold crystal chandeliers, the carpet with the blue silver patterns, and the polished oak staircase. You led me to various places to find the most luxurious inn in the city. We have the most expensive room.
Don't tell me you actually think the Underworld's fiends have miserable, wretched lives. Only humans tolerate suffering. Fiends don't have the appetite for it.
I need him. He's useful to me.
You're wearing your thoughts on your face, my lady. No wonder you lost to other mages.
This is how I'm proving my faith in you.
Then I hope you'll treat me well.
Sylus turns to look at the attendant by the door.
Bring us your most expensive wines and dishes. All of them.
Yes, sir.
The enormous table is filled with exquisite dishes, separated by a dazzling array of silver platters and candelabras. Sylus and I sit at opposite ends. He does. Only the finest for my Pookie. I viciously hack at the steak on my plate while staring at him from across the table. He swirls his wine glass. Books say fiends feed on blood. I didn't expect your appetite to be enormous and diverse.
Your tomes are correct about the blood part.
Then why did you order so much food?
I have to make it special. This is our first dinner.
He raises his wine glass in a toast.
To you, Miss Mage. And to our last dinner.
Oh, our last dinner. The crimson wine moistens his lips. It gleams like fresh blood in the candlelight. Is there still a reason to give up?
I told you, to command me you need sufficient power and desires to satisfy my appetite. Your power and talent exceed those of ordinary humans, yet your desire is as banal as the other mages.
A crimson light flashes across his right eye. Then he narrows his eye and hides his gleaming pupils beneath the shadows of his eyelashes.
The desire to enter the sacred core can't even provide a modicum to satisfy me. The underworld has plenty of fiends you could summon. I've defeated those weaklings, but they're sufficient for dealing with mages. Shall I create a list for you?
Yes, please. I pulled a knife from my steak and pointed at Sylus. You only took one sip, and yet your words are akin to a drunkard's. Do you need me to use our language to pull you here so I can kiss you again? You might become sober.
Go ahead. Let us see who's the hooligan here.
The linkage of my wrist flies across the table along with the knife I throw. Sylus tilts his head. The knife grazes his hair before it's embedded in the chain behind him. Black-red mist emerges between his palms, traveling along our linkage. It spreads and approaches me. I concentrate my energy and pull, yet the black-red mist drags me across the table towards him. Uh-oh. Ow. His staff is pressed against my throat. I'm pinned down on the table amidst the chaotic mesh of dishes.
Didn't you want me to be sober?
One kiss isn't enough. I grab a wine bottle from the table and swing it at him, but he swiftly blocks it. Only wine spills out. Ooh! He carelessly tosses the bottle aside, then he touches my face to wipe away the liquid.
Since I still have some patience, you have one last chance to make a rational choice.
When his fingers move to my lips, I bite them. My teeth sink into his fingers as I meet his gaze with defiance. What else are you going to do? Kill me?
If you wish to know of matters more absurd than death, I'll grant your wish.
Sir, miss, it's getting late.
Wow.
Other guests need to rest.
Yes, very much so, Tiara.
Of course. We'll finish this quickly.
The chaos in the room moves from the dining table to the bedroom. Oh! I barely dodge the energy blade from his swinging staff before I can launch a counterattack. I'm pinned to the headboard.
Shh. I'm certain there are quite a few mages staying here. I wouldn't be surprised if their destination is Velmure. Unless you want to expose yourself at this very moment.
Perfect. They could help me defend or defeat a fiend such as yourself. If you kill a few in the process, I'll have fewer enemies.
What a shame. I've already gotten my fill of entertainment.
This is entertainment.
Did you honestly believe this meager linkage magic could restrain me? I wonder why you didn't think about the fate of that tome's author.
Black-red mist swirls around the bed's curtain tie back. It binds my hands to the headboard. Forcibly breaking our linkage will harm us.
Do I look like I care? You won't perish before my eyes.
On the last page, the Fallen's Pact states that when the linkage is forcibly broken, the party with weaker energy suffers a more severe adverse reaction. Sylus's energy is greater than mine. This bastard. He shakes the linkage on his wrist to taunt me, then he turns and walks towards the door. As the distance between us increases, the linkage connecting our wrists grows increasingly taut, and the force surges up my arm. It overwhelms my body. The linkage light gradually dims as it tightens, it's slowly being extinguished. Sylus.
Farewell, Miss Mage. May we never meet again.
As the door is about to open, I grit my teeth in defiance. Only the sacred core can free me from this curse and let me begin anew. Countless eons have passed before my eyes, and I miss the chance to enter the sacred core every time. Summoning Sylus is my last desperate attempt, for everything to end so pathetically. I refuse to give up. I'll find another way to summon you. You did what, Duffy? A strange yet familiar energy surges from my chest. It roars and travels down my right arm. A powerful, invisible force pulls even greater energy towards me. I open my eyes. He stepped outside the room a moment ago, but he's been pulled back to stand in front of me. I don't know what that weird little glitch was. That was scary. He falls onto the bed with me in his arms. The linkage between our wrists has reformed and emits a radiance I've never seen before.
Impossible.
What's happening? Wasn't the linkage broken? Before I can process these events, Sylus' other hand is already at my throat.
It's not a normal connection. Where did you learn this forbidden spell?
It's behaving differently from what's described in the book. Never mind. I'll just bluff him for now. I put on a mysterious, knowing smile and look into his eyes. Anger and curiosity flicker in his gaze. I'm not an ordinary mage. After all, I've been graced with immortality. I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Archfiend Sovereign. Isn't this more absurd than death? He doesn't immediately contradict me, so I seize this chance. Since you can't kill me or break the linkage, I guess you can only honor our agreement.
You look pleased with yourself.
It's impossible for you to It's impossible for you to negotiate, Sylus. Once I accomplish my goal, you'll gain your freedom. I meet his scrutinizing gaze without flinching. His gem-like eyes seem capable of capturing my soul.
I shall temporarily withdraw my previous statement.
Good. I'm glad that we are even then, sir.
Being summoned by you might not be that boring.
He pulls his hand back, and I secretly let out a sigh of relief. Then I'm aware of the lingering warmth of his fingers left on my neck, and the heat that's enveloping my entire body. Untie these ropes first. Also, I'm sleeping on the bed. You may have the couch. He unhurriedly helps me undo the restraints on my hands. However, he shows no intention of standing.
I'm hungry.
You ordered all those dishes earlier. Only then do I realize that he needs blood.
I haven't been fed since I was summoned, and the energy I've expended is astronomical. I planned to go out to feed. Alas, I can't leave.
The restraints are gone, but his warm hand remains where it is. His thumb caresses the inside of my wrist.
I doubt you want to command a weakened fiend.
He's manipulative. It's already midnight. Letting him feast outside will attract the attention of other mages at the inn. Of course, he knows my concerns. He's simply negotiating.
I'll respect your decision, Miss Mage.
I take a deep breath and offer him my wrist. Hurry up and drink. I need to rest.
Just so you're aware, I like the taste of your blood.
Do you, Pookie? Fingertips brush over my veins. Under flickering candlelight, sharp fangs pierce my skin. They're neither... What the fuck? I can't talk! They're neither brutal nor gentle. The scent of blood fills the air, and I watch him. His eyelashes slightly tremble, and his Adam's apple bobs. A crimson hue stains his lips.
It's been so long since I've tasted blood that satisfied me this much. Thank you for your generous hospitality.
You're very welcome. After his meal, Sylus lies down on the sofa. He's had his fill. The night is quiet. Moonlight pours in through the gaps between the curtains and shines on my wounded wrist. The blood has crusted over, and my injury shall heal. Soon nothing will remain but a faint streak of dried blood. This is the immortal body everyone yearns for. Once Sylus helps me enter the sacred core to rewrite my fate, I'll become an ordinary human, one that dies after their blood is drunk. In this era, death often descends without warning. Age, health, wealth, status, nothing can stop death's sudden arrival. This is a world living in death's shadow. Yet I wish to exchange my endless torment that has lasted hundreds of years for death's inevitability. I'm an anomaly in this world, in body and soul. Blech. Oh, that's pretty. After that night, Sylus and I agreed to a temporary truce. Our long journey ends, and we arrive at Velmir. Worn and weary, I lead him to an estate perched on the city's highlands.
At last, I have the honor of meeting you. Welcome home, Countess.
Before departing for Velmir, I hired a reputable housekeeper to prepare the manor for my arrival.
As per the instructions in your letter, I hired servants to clean the premises and buy the necessary provisions. It's a shame this magnificent manor was empty for a long time. It's wonderful that you've decided to claim your inheritance, my lady.
Portraits displaying generations of refined women hang along one side of the wall. The housekeeper gazes at them with an expression that reveals reverent admiration. This is my great-grandmother, here's my grandmother, and this is my mother. I point to each portrait as I introduce them to the housekeeper.
Your lineage is unmistakable, my lady. You're the spitting image of your mother and grandmother.
Why are you laughing? Huh? What? Sylus, who's been standing behind me, lets out a soft chuckle. He leans down to whisper in my ear.
You're pretending to be your entire lineage by yourself?
Oh, that's why.
You've outdone yourself.
I resist the urge to turn around and glare at him. Instead, I maintain the proper decorum that's expected of nobility.
Please forgive my negligence. May I ask who this gentleman is?
He is my
I'm her husband.
Okay. Yes, we're married.
You may address me as Count Cyrus.
Cyrus?
My apologies, my lady. You didn't mention your marriage in your letter. I thought... I shall prepare the necessities for the Count at once.
Taking advantage of the housekeeper's departure, I pull Sylus into the bedroom. Oh. What are you planning?
I only said one sentence.
You're supposed to follow my orders. Who gave you permission to define our relationship?
You were going to say that I was your fiancé, yes?
He raises his staff to point at the bedroom door. Then he lifts his left wrist.
What sort of noble woman allows her fiancé to stay in her bedroom from sunrise to moonset? Velmir won't stop speaking of your name before sundown. But if that's what you want, then it's not too late to change our story.
I've been traveling for so long I almost forgot the etiquette established by the Philosian nobility.
Have you decided? Should I be your fiancé or your husband?
It matters not.
It's settled then, my dearest wife.
I suppress my annoyance and point to the couch on one side of the bedroom. She's annoyed. You know who's not? Me. I'm not annoyed. I'm happy with that. In this room, your place will always be there.
As you wish, my lovely wife.
I like this. Chapter 3.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah? Okay.
The next item in our collection has been salvaged from shipwreck relics. Here is a tortoiseshell incense box with relief carvings. Based on the engravings at the bottom of the box, this appears to be a precious treasure used by a previous dynasty's empress. Remarkably, it still retains traces of its original fragrance. Ladies and gentlemen, which one of you would like to acquire this? The starting price is 8,000 silver. Please place your bids. Don't forget, the distinguished guest who acquires an item may invite their partner to lead the next dance.
For Daria, my beautiful daughter, I'm willing to offer 10,000 silver.
15,000 silver! It's for my beloved Miss Ariella.
I yawn listlessly from my corner of the banquet hall. When will they reveal that fragment of the night's whispers?
I didn't expect there to be this many mages present at a ball. We all have the same goal.
Of course. The nobles only consider Night's Whispers to be a poetry collection left behind by Sir Saren. They forgot that he was the greatest archmage in Philus's history. He was the last one who...
Shh! Lower your voice. Mages are already competitive enough as it is. We don't need nobles to increase the price because of their obsession with being refined, cultured individuals.
Oh?
So, that's why you're enduring a boring social gathering. What does the poetry collection say about the sacred core?
You should learn the virtue of silence.
It's a shame I'm not a fiend you summoned to blindly follow orders. If you won't tell me, I'll find out through socializing.
Sylus glances meaningfully at the group of nobles whispering around us.
Perfect. The nobles here believe a count and countess who have returned from foreign lands are intriguing.
Bastard.
One must be evil to know another villain.
Under the curious glances of those around us, I pretend to affectionately take Sylus's arm. Then I lean towards his ear. Sarin was the last mage to enter the sacred core, but that was decades ago.
Oh? I'm assuming you met him then. Did you lose to him? Is that why you missed your chance to enter the sacred core?
Unhurriedly caressing my cheek, he savors my silence.
I guess the mages believe he wrote a prophecy that tells of the sacred core's next appearance.
This arrogant fiend must have an exceptionally brilliant mind.
Your goals are all so banal. But my curiosity is piqued, I admit. How do you plan to outbid these mages?
A noble repeatedly bidding against them would raise suspicion. I'm not that foolish. Besides, who says I have to bid?
I see. I've underestimated your intelligence, Countess.
An attendant carrying a silver case steps onto the platform, and the Marquis speaks again.
The next item is a fragment from a poetry collection written by Sir Saren. It's called Night's Whispers.
The nobles show little interest, which makes it easy to identify the mages as they reveal their eager gazes.
He was more famous as a mage. Several of his poems circulated in a royal court.
Here's my chance. Holding a wine glass, I stand with my back to the crowd. With the slightest movement of my fingers, the barely perceptible traces of a spell form a tiny glyph in the air.
The starting price is 1,000 silver. Please place your bids.
In a spot that no one's bothered to glance in, an invisible rift appears. It leads directly to the silver case.
5,000 silver.
10,000 silver.
I am willing to offer 20,000 silver.
I channel my energy into the folded space woven by the glyph. I'm ready to silently extract the poetry collection. I wonder which poor soul will end up paying for this empty case. Just as the text is about to pass through the rift, the spatial boundary suddenly falters. This isn't my spell. Someone tracing my magics? I hold my breath and add a barrier to the glyph so I can accelerate the flow of energy. If I can complete the transfer before they track me, the rhythmic chorus and competing bids come to an abrupt halt. Suspicious gazes discreetly fall. Some are directed at me, while others observe the subtle ripples in the air.
I didn't expect so many to have a great interest in a poetry collection. The latest bid was 60,000 silver. Would anyone like to place a higher bid?
A stream of magical powers from the center of the hall surges through the rift. It's attempting to clamp down on my energy. It's suffocating. I can hardly breathe. I pretend to be a delicate noblewoman. I press my hand against my forehead as if I'm about to faint. Then I strategically wave the feather fan in my hand. A few feathers silently detach themselves and transform into semi-transparent threads that dance through the air. They track an invisible glyph. Beams of light begin to wrap ripples around the wine, appear on wine. The edges of the carpet undulate like water, and the curtains gently billow.
Did someone open a window? Where is this breeze coming from?
The tracking glyph has been destroyed? I continue my performance as a dizzy noblewoman and slightly sway. Someone studies me from behind.
My lady, why don't you tell me when something catches your fancy? You wouldn't need to be so stressed.
Glaring at him, I lower my voice. Since you know what I'm doing, you should help instead of mocking me.
Here's a hint for all of you. The next dance is called Moonshadow Waltz. For those of you who are interested in being the lead dancer with their partner, this is your final opportunity. 60,000 silver!
Not again. Another wave of stronger energy attacks from a different direction. I try to create another glyph.
Since you earnestly made a request for my services.
Sylus snaps his fingers behind me. On one side of the banquet hall, an elderly man suddenly collapses.
Sir, what's wrong? What's happening? Someone has fainted?
Quick, call for a physician!
I shall abide by your wishes.
Ooh. You're causing trouble. Do we need to draw more attention?
You asked for my assistance, yet you're unhappy with my methods. I didn't kill him. That's already being discreet.
Sir Saren's poetry collection for 60,000 silver. 60,000 silver going once, going twice.
100,000 silver.
Oh!
Did you say 100,000 silver? Sir...
I'm Count Cyrus, and I am willing to pay 100,000 silver.
Wow. After speaking calmly, he looks at me with a smile.
Since you've been compromised, I might as well buy it legitimately.
Where will you get the silver?
I thought you were the wealthy one here.
Okay, Pookie.
As your husband, I need to prove myself worthy.
100,000 silver! Sold! Congratulations to
Hi,
Count
Knight.
Cyrus on acquiring Knight's Whispers.
I have been. I've been swooning this whole time. Sylus unheardedly steps forward, and a dazzling gemstone gleams in his hand.
This little stone should be sufficient.
That gemstone is worth at least 200,000 silver. Where did he get it from?
Velmir hasn't seen a noble spend so lavishly in quite some time. I heard only mages have an interest in this poetry collection. Could you be one as well?
I'm sorry. I'm unaware of their strange curiosities. The story is what caught my eye.
He takes the silver case from the attendant's hands, opens it, and removes a worn, unremarkable book.
Supposedly, this archmage witnessed the death of his lover in his youth, and she was a poet. Before she died, she left behind a blank page in her manuscript and asked him to complete it for her. Thus, on that same night every year, he used forbidden magic to send a newly written page of poetry to his lover. Until they formed a complete collection. These pages are his lover's epitaph.
Beautiful. Sylus opens the poetry collection to a random page and begins to read out loud.
Beneath frozen tears firmament, the rose in the mist eternally sleeps. Her petals bloom with the illusion's blood. She guides those marked by destiny to a place where none dare to venture.
A rose in the mist. I inexplicably react to these words, and in the depths of my heart something trembles.
I didn't know the poetry collection concealed a beautiful tragedy. It's the first time I've heard of it.
I was only made aware of the tale a few days ago, yet I knew I had to obtain it. Regardless of the price I must pay, I needed to give it to my wife.
Aww. In the room, all eyes are on us. He hands the old book to me.
My lady, we have only tasted the beginning of marriage's joys. However, my commitment to spend my lifetime with you surpasses life itself.
That's so beautiful. Sylus, our romantic king.
I believe the Count wishes to extend an invitation to his wife for the next dance.
My dearest wife, would you be so kind as to dance with me?
Yes. Everyone is watching our every move. I have no choice but to put on a blissful smile and place my hand in his. Sylus gracefully leads me to the dance floor, and he guides me into a gentle spin. My dress sweeps in an arc as every movement flows with practiced grace. When we finish the first part of our dance, the other guests join us. Their silk garments ripple outward like waves. Where did you hear that story from? Did the previous mages who summoned you reveal it?
I came up with the fantasy myself.
Wow.
It happened decades ago. No one remembers it anymore. People will believe anything you tell them.
Our dance elegantly continues as we move to a corner of the banquet hall. A decorative mirror with a golden frame catches my eye. He holds me with one arm as I follow his lead. I lean back and turn my head. I'm startled to see only myself in the mirror. My dress twirls and I raise my arms. I feel his grip on my waist, yet the mirror only shows me dancing alone.
Mirrors in this world cannot reflect beings from the underworld.
For some reason, his nonchalant tone stirs a certain emotion. I hesitate before using our dance to lead him elsewhere.
Are you afraid they'll discover my existence? To these people, I shouldn't exist.
To them, neither of us should exist. So we're the same.
Curious. A mage compared herself to a fiend.
Our dance concludes. Since today's objective has been achieved, I take Sylus's arm and make an excuse to leave the ballroom. I'm still perplexed. If that person didn't trace my spell in the beginning, none of the other mages would have noticed me. That ripple was quick and precise. I have no idea how they managed to detect me. As I speak, I'm recreating the scene in my mind. The first ripple didn't spread from where the mages were gathered. It was within 3 meters of me. My heart almost jumps out of my chest as I look at him. Sylus! Was it you?
Don't let your mood be so easily affected.
You fucking...
Remember, we're still in someone else's mansion.
He's such a troll!
Our actions at this ball will become the gossip passed between guests. Is fighting your husband who gave you a precious item a wise choice?
No, but I'm mad at you. I'm mad. Why you gotta Why? Why you gotta troll me like this? I was trying to save us so much money, so much silver. Why? I grit my teeth before forcing myself to smile for the Marquis Swain as he comes to bid us farewell.
By tomorrow morning, the tale of your loving devotion will be known throughout Velmure.
Today's ball was truly memorable. Once we're home, we'll savor it for a long time. Wouldn't you agree, my beloved?
Thank you for your hospitality, Marquise. This evening has been delightful.
We shall take our leave. I hope you'll rest well.
As soon as we returned to our residence, I ordered the servants to retire to the East Annex. Only Sylus and I remain in the main building. Go on. Reveal the reasons for your betrayal.
Me? A traitor? I wouldn't refer to it as a betrayal, let alone insubordination. I suggest you call it a test.
What right do you have to test your summoner? He slowly unbuttons his collar.
You must endure these sorts of trials if you want me to stay. And to serve you, I must confirm your true capabilities.
I think we're on chapter 4 right now, Edgy. I scoff. With my hand behind my back, I begin to draw a glyph. Why don't we fight then? You're the one who should be tested. We're fighting again. We attack almost simultaneously. Words. An energy warps the air. Current clash and rumbling shakes the entire building. Don't aim your attacks to the right. You'll hit my 300-year-old portrait.
You're so cautious for a simple duel. And you desire to enter the sacred core.
Let's assume you break those antique vases. Who will provide an explanation to the housekeeper tomorrow?
I could destroy all those portraits in that case. We can say your ancestors' spirits appeared at midnight for a family reunion.
He laughs as he speaks. His staff sends out a stream of black-red energy orbs. Even if they did appear, they'll only remind you of your place. I steady the teetering crystal glass with one hand while releasing the glyph with the other. I deflect his attack and force him to retreat to the staircase. Our battle moves through the Great Hall as we fight our way upstairs. These two. When the door to the bedroom is kicked open, we're already disheveled. Our battle has drained our energy. Having used too many spells, I sit on the edge of the bed to catch my breath. Sylus rests on the carpet and tilts his head.
Neither of us are dead. I suppose we'll continue this at another time.
I don't respond, collapsing onto the bed as drowsiness overtakes me, but he stands up and pokes my shoulder repeatedly.
I'm hungry. Let me drink from you.
So needy. I don't even have the strength to glare at him. I roll over instead. Leave me. Yet Sylus lies down next to me on the bed. He leisurely spreads out his limbs. You're not allowed to be here. I turn and try to kick him off, but he lies there with his eyes closed. He refuses to budge.
I can't drink blood and the couch isn't comfortable. You either let me dine or allow me to rest well tonight.
Bastard. Furious, I gnash my teeth, but I'm too exhausted to keep fighting. All I can do is turn and bury my face in the pillow. The fatigue from using my energy washes over me. My consciousness quickly blurs into nothing. I really like how they're written in this one. It's so cute. Oh, so enemies to lovers, but they're silly and I love it so much. I had a dream. Endless rose bushes line a path enshrouded in mist. I walk forward as the mist grows thicker. Taking a breath makes me feel sluggish. A blurry silhouette appears and vanishes in the distance. I can't help but follow it. I don't know how long I've been walking. Until I reach the end of the path, intense flames and blood-red mist swirl to create a sight befitting of hell. I see myself. Running between the blood-red mist and raging fire, I run as thick smoke erupts violently from the ground. It pursues me from every direction.
Don't look back.
A voice that's familiar yet strange falls near my ear, yet it's seemingly from a distant place. I turn my head back. A pair of crimson eyes stares at me. They're so familiar that it makes my heart race with dread. But the face in the mist is akin to sunlight, shattered by rippling water. It's impossible to focus on. The edges of the dream are burning. Ooh. Okay, that was not chapter 4. That was chapter 3. This is chapter 4, chat. And this is the last chapter that I'm going to read today. And then we'll finish the rest of the myth tomorrow. I would do it all in one sitting. But last time I did that, my voice was shot. My throat hurt. So we're gonna save it. Plus, I also read Raphael's story earlier, too. So we done a lot of reading today. Last night's dream repeats in my mind, especially that familiar yet strange voice and those eyes. But I don't want to be preoccupied with such matters unless it concerns clues related to the sacred core. A rose in the mist. The poetry in night's whispers. In my dream direct me to the same image. I don't believe this is a coincidence. When dawn's light begins to touch the world, I'm already at my desk. I carefully examine the fragments of ancient poetry. The spaces between the verses are hiding incantations, words. My fingers trace the faint magical residue hidden within the pages. I follow the patterns of verse breaks, rhyme schemes, and their irregular arrangement of ancient grammar. The fragment incantations are pieced together to form a map. Saharin lived decades ago. This map must be from that era. I stand, approach the bookshelf, and search through my collection of maps depicting the royal capital. I must identify the exact location.
You're already awake. I guess yesterday didn't leave you that exhausted.
Watch your tongue. More sarcasm means I'm more likely to let you starve.
My lady, may I come in to clean?
What kind of threat is that? You're not the only one with flesh and blood.
You won't target innocent humans. I warn him with a look as I tell the maid to come in.
My lady, when I was arranging the bed before, I was worried you and the Count...
I glance at the messy bed, then I force myself to smile as I link arms with Sylus and lead him out of the bedroom.
My lady, my lord, this is a painter who specializes in aristocratic portraits. The central part of the Great Hall cannot remain empty.
I know this is a tradition for the Velmir's noble families. Refusing would only arouse suspicion, so I have no choice but to follow the painter's directions.
My lady, please send a loving gaze to the Count. My lord, you may hold the Countess more closely.
My lady, you have my permission to lean on me if you're tired.
I look at his teasing gaze and force myself to speak with a stiff smile. We should have asked the painter to use a gladiatorial arena as our background.
In such a landscape, it's kill or be killed. I don't believe it suits our marriage. After all, not even death can sever our bond.
I can feel the passion in your gaze alone. It's rare to paint a lively couple. I will ensure your portrait captures your essence perfectly.
I rub my sore shoulders as I copy the poetry collection's hidden map onto a thin piece of parchment. Then I compare every section to old maps. The coverage point is on the outskirts of the former dynasty's royal capital. This is an underground vault in the old royal capital. We're leaving tonight.
You're well acquainted with it. Living a long life does have its perks, I see.
No amount of sarcasm will change the fact that you must obey me. I lift my wrist and wave it threateningly. Save your strength for when we enter the vault. Remember that your freedom and hunger are in my hands.
Oh, your arrogance is second to none.
He pulls me to my feet.
Let's go. Between freedom and hunger, you'll have to satisfy at least one.
The entrance to the ancient royal's capital vault has been sealed. Its wards are stacked upon one another to serve as an impenetrable barrier. I use the incantation I decoded from the poetry collection to break through several layers. Sylus impatiently waves his staff and tears through the final seal. A hidden stone door slowly opens. Behind it is a painting lying on the ground. It's at the center of a small path intertwined with wild grass and overgrown with roses. In the depths of the mist, a lone figure walks into the distance. It matches my dream. The painting and the images from my dream come to life. It's as if flames wrapped in thick smoke might erupt from the ground at any moment.
Don't let it affect you.
Sylus taps the canvas with his staff.
It's been infused with energy and appears to contain a seal.
If it's a glyph, we should be able to decode it. One end of his staff begins to glow with a crimson light. It reveals a faint outline of a glyph under the painting. Layer by layer, the glyph appears in sequence, but just as they're about to connect, they stop.
It won't open. We'll need to utilize a specific method.
Why do you sound like you already know the answer? Fluctuating energy in a place like this. Subtle ripples put me on alert as several figures burst in through the stone doorway. I can sense their murderous intent before they cast their spells.
You won't escape this time.
Several lightning bolts fall. The cracks on the ground are reminiscent of a spider web, and dust fills the underground vault. Strange. I made sure to cover my trail. How did they find me so quickly?
I thought you'd be more secretive after succeeding at the auction. I didn't think you'd be so proud that you couldn't hide yourself properly.
I recall the tracking spell Sylus secretly cast at the auction. You again? Another mage raises his hand and releases black threads from his fingertips. I'm forced to set aside my anger to focus on the fight. Are you going to stand there and watch?
I can't help myself, my lady. Your fight with them was too captivating.
He twirls his staff to effortlessly block a lightning bolt, but he shows no intention of striking back. Draining my energy here won't break our linkage.
We won't know until we try.
Intricate glyphs rise with the incantations to conjure silver rings in the air that close in. They threaten to strangle us where we stand. Sylus, you're a useless fiend in the underworld. He cleaves through one of the rings.
Why don't you go down there with me and see which of us is truly useless then?
I don't have time to argue with you at the moment.
Ah, so we were arguing.
I dodge the rapidly spinning rings, retreat to his side, and grab his hand. If you don't help me now, don't ever think about drinking my blood again.
Is that a threat or an invitation?
It's an order. Eliminate them.
As you wish, my dearest wife.
The shadow beneath his feet begins to stretch and twist. A crimson light shines from the depths of his gaze as a black-red mist surges from his staff. Amongst the mages, his movements are graceful yet ruthless. Our opponents can't cry out in surprise before they collapse between flashes of blood-red light. Ooh! As the last mage falls to his knees, Sylus suddenly bends down and bites the man's neck. The growls! Ah! Blood overflows from the wound. The man doesn't even have time to struggle before dying. Noticing my frown, he wipes the blood from the corner of his mouth with a silk handkerchief and calmly walks to the next mage.
Your furrowed brow reminds me of an intricate glyph. Can you blame me, though? I haven't eaten in days. If this continued, the Archfiend Sovereign would have become the Sovereign of Hunger.
He picks up another unconscious mage.
Your blood is special. One sip is worth half their lives. But since you're unwilling, I'll have to make do.
You lured in these mages for that? He bites the man's throat, and after taking 2 gulps, a subtle change appears in his eyes.
Not necessarily.
Blood spurts out and splashes onto the bottom of the painting. As it seeps into the edge, the glyphs flare with an intense red light. A thick the blood-red mist surges upwards from the glyph and spreads out. In the mist, the stone doors slowly close. Sylus, run! I dash towards the exit, but a whisper reaches my ear.
You're too slow.
Embracing me from behind, he unfurls his silver wings and flies away. He breaks through the ceiling to reach the night sky. We're flying. Yay. You can actually see his wings. At night, Velmir sits under a cold silver, its tiled rooftops reflecting the waning moon's light. Blood-red mist silently encroaches through the streets and alleys and rises towards the sky. The cold moonlight is slowly stained. What will this blood mist do to Velmir's people?
Weren't you willing to do whatever it takes to enter the sacred core? Yet you worry about strangers.
Despite his sarcasm, he holds me more tightly. Sylus, you never actually asked me why I want to enter the sacred core.
Countless people wish to rewrite their lives. You're not the first, nor will you be the last.
What about you? Do you wish to do the same? The blood mist turns in the wind, no longer a mere shadow of encompassing the streets. It's an omen unfurling across the sky. I can't read, I'm so sorry. Yet within me rises a tranquility I haven't felt in ages. It's as if some distant past I had looked upon an ebony city like this. It's as if in some distant past I had looked upon an ebony city like this. In the future, I'll give you blood.
Are you trying to say we'll compromise?
As so long as you stop giving me these trials.
Your offer for a truce is more sincere than I expected.
You'll accept it?
An agreement this important needs a proper acknowledgement. Hold on tight.
Yay! Sylus lands on our residence rooftop with me in his arms. The wind lifts his cloak and the hem of my clothes. I try to jump down, but he doesn't let go. Instead, he sits on the roof, with me still in his embrace. He lowers his head to take in my scent.
Has anyone ever told you that after you cast spells, you radiate a unique warmth? It corresponds to your energy.
Aside from you, who else would notice?
If I'm the only one, that's even better.
On a humid night under the cold moonlight, he slowly licks my cheek.
The warmth of a spell's embers on your skin is enchanting.
His moist breath travels down my cheek and my neck. His lips brush against my wrist, and a smile forms on his face. Didn't you already?
I flew across half the city while carrying you. Even fiends know what exhaustion is. As we've discussed before, formal agreements require a proper acknowledgement to be finalized.
What kind of acknowledgement is this supposed to be? Despite my initial skepticism, I don't pull away.
Since you've agreed, let's sign it. With my power, you shall tear open fate's gates, and with your blood, I'll maintain my invincible form.
His warm lips gently press against my wrist.
The moonlight will be our witness on this night, at this hour.
Ooh. Pain courses through me as his sharp teeth pierce my skin. I shudder as a strange tingling sensation spreads from the wound to my fingertips. His fingers graze my palm. They move in tandem with his lips and teeth as he sucks my blood. It's meticulous and slow as he's savoring a rich, exquisite elixir. It lasts for a long time, until the blood-red mist gradually envelops the silvery white moon. All right. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading the myth there for today, chat. Like I said, I will continue tomorrow. We'll read the next 5 chapters.